Welcome back to Living Local. Looking to catch a movie this weekend? Well, lucky for you, we have Mike Schultz, arts editor for The Reader, here to tell us all about what's new at the Cineplex. How are you, man?
I'm not bad. How are you?
I'm doing well.
Okay.
I always love when you're here.
I appreciate that.
And I love when you're here when you're
Angry?
when you hate a movie.
Bitter? Yeah.
Let's talk about it, Madam Web.
Let's just
Here
get it
we
over
are.
with. Let's talk
do
about
it.
Madam Web. Okay, it's as bad as you've heard. It's worse than you've heard. It really
worse.
is. This is a superhero movie, but this is not the MCU. This is the SSU. This is the Sony Spider-Man universe.
Didn't even know that was a thing, Mike.
Didn't know it was a thing. They have made Venom and the Venom sequel and Morbius and now Madam Web, and I think that's really all you need to know. It's they've got a track record by this point. Dakota Johnson, poor Dakota Johnson, plays the lead in this. She is a normal EMT until one day she gets in an accident and develops clairvoyant powers. Sure, why not? It's fine. That's fine. But this movie is so filled with stupidity. Real fast, let's just do a running total. There's a bad guy played by Tahar Rahim, a really talented French actor, and you can tell that the entire movie he's being dubbed by another actor, maybe who's not French. Oh. But then also, whenever he speaks, the words don't match his mouth. So the lip syncing, the dubbing is off, and you start noticing how many times whenever he speaks, the camera is not on his face. So they're trying to hide it. They know that this is a problem. Let's also talk about the 3 teenage girls that Dakota Johnson has to take care of. They're out. The bad guy's out to get them. Dakota takes him to the woods and says, "All you got to do is stay in the woods for 20 minutes while I do a thing." Within minutes, they are, of course, at a roadside diner dancing on tables because they're teenagers and they don't know any better. Later in the movie, Dakota goes to Peru to learn how she got all these gifts, and the Peruvian elder, who of course speaks perfect English, says, "It will take you many years to master your talents. Many years." She apparently masters them on the plane ride home.
Well, yeah,
because in the next scene, she already knows how to do everything that the Peruvian elders said was going to take many years and many sequels for you to do. This movie there's a movie set in a soda factory at the end, a product placement soda factory that I'm not going to give the satisfaction of naming the product. It's filled with boxes of unused explosives for no reason. Just fireworks everywhere you look.
They keep them at their soda factories.
That's where you keep them. That's where you
Right?
keep them. It is dumber than dirt.
Wow,
I hated everything about this except for Dakota Johnson because I just felt sorry for her. And so she has built-in empathy, and it was like, oh, you need a hug. You don't need this movie. You just need someone to be nice to you for 2 hours.
And if you're doing a good laugh, go look up some of these reviews.
Oh, they're a riot.
Man, they are fantastic.
Yeah, there are good ones out
But
there.
let's talk about some potentially good
Hopefully better
movies.
ones?
Yes. Ordinary Angels, Hilary Swank.
Oh, Hilary Swank.
Yes.
Hilary Swank, kind of underrated even with 2 Oscars, I think.
Honestly, though.
She's wonderful, always. This is a true story, set in 1994, about a hairdresser and alcoholic who is trying to mend her ways and reads in the paper about a local widower whose 5-year-old daughter has a devastating liver disease and needs a liver transplant. So she starts spending her time raising money in the community to help him out. He's a struggling father of 2. And eventually we get to the time where the little girl has to have the transplant, and a out-of-nowhere freak blizzard hits Louisville, Kentucky for the first time in decades and decades, and she can't get to the hospital. And so we have to arrange for community members to come together with cars and shovel out the highway and try to find a helicopter. This has a trailer that in 3 minutes kind of already killed me.
Oh, me too. I felt the exact same way.
Oh, it looks lovely. And at the end of the day, I'm excited. It looks like Hillary's playing like a Aaron Brockovich kind of character in this, which is going to maybe work for her. Alan Ritchson plays the lead, who I'm not familiar with, but is apparently the lead on Reacher, which is a spy series. And it's written, this is kind of interesting, by Kelly Freeman Craig, who just wrote the transcendent Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret adaptation. And Meg Tilly from The Big Chill and from Agnes of God. Big Oscar-nominated actress in the mid-'80s.
Wow.
She stopped acting not long after that and became a writer. And I think this might be her first screenplay.
Oh, that's amazing.
Crazy.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
I'm looking forward to this a lot.
It looks great. I saw this trailer too, and I was a little weepy.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
You know, in 3 minutes.
I can't do it. This next film, I'm super excited about, man. Drive Away Dolls.
Yes.
What a fun-looking movie.
What a fun-looking movie.
And Ethan Coen.
Ethan Coen
Yeah,
without Joel.
without
'cause
Joel.
They broke up,
Yes,
apparently.
they did.
Well, they worked together for 35 years. I think they just, and they
Right.
probably see each other
Yeah.
every Thanksgiving, so they're like,
Yeah.
enough. This is Ethan, yes. This is kind of harkening back to the goofy, crazy Coen Brothers comedies that we love, Raising
Yeah.
Arizona and Big Lebowski and The Lady Killers. And this one sends a pair of young ladies on a road trip to Tallahassee. They have a blowout in their tire. They go to the trunk, and they find a mysterious briefcase that looks very Pulp Fiction-y in terms of it has something in it, but we don't know what. We do know that there are gangsters, though, all over the place who are
it's
looking for these
fantastic.
women and looking for the briefcase. And right, I mean, the cast, kill me. You've got
I
Margaret
know.
Qualley and Pedro Pascal and Beanie Feldstein
Bill
and
Camp. Are
Bill
you kidding
Camp
me?
and
Yes.
Matt Damon. It goes on and on and on. And 84 minutes long. I'm delighted already.
I know, and I'm obsessed with Margaret Qualley. I think she's,
Oh, she's
so
tremendous,
talented.
isn't she?
She's so funny.
She's really, really great. So, yeah, this could be fun.
I've watched this trailer 40 times. It's such a good trailer.
It is a good trailer, and not much shorter than the movie itself, apparently.
Yeah, no, it looks
okay.
great.
Oh, I forgot about Coleman Domingo.
Of course.
Man,
yes.
oh man, this is
Oh,
great.
It's going to be a good
and
one.
it's playing at Last Picture House as
It
well
is.
as the main Davenport Cinema Mart. So catch
and
it wherever
it's
you can. I
Always
think.
worth it, man. Well,
Super
hey,
excited.
let's go over what you talked about real quick here,
Okay.
Mike. So the movie in review is Madam Web.
Okay.
Woo! And new in theaters is Ordinary Angels and Drive Away Dolls. Mike, thanks so much,
pleasure.
man. I appreciate
You
it.
bet.
You can read Mike's movie reviews online at rcreader.com. We'll have all those details posted at ourquadcities.com.